So what's the Grape Explorer talking about today? Well, one of my favorite areas in all of Bordeaux is Saint-Emilion. And we wanted to highlight today a producer that we're very fond of and we represent here in New York. This is called Chateau Corbin Michotte. And it's a small family-owned business. The owner is actually Jean Noel Boidron. And when we were in Bordeaux one year, we met his son, Emmanuel, and he would tell us about Jean Noel, who is over 90 years old, still shows up for work, he said, still runs the roost, makes all the decisions. But come to find out, this is a very interesting guy, this Jean Noel. So I've had some people in Bordeaux tell me that he was the professor in Chateau of training young students to be great winemakers in Bordeaux, which we always found very, very fascinating. But we look at a transit map and we can see Saint-Emilion is right over here. We call it the right bank of the river Gironde here. This is the left bank, and we talk about right bank. And Saint-Emilion is right here next to Pomerol. It's a very large region. There's a lot of producers, but we want to give hats off to the Boidron family because every 10 years they come up with a classification in Saint-Emilion. Some producers are elevated to what they call Grand Cru Classe, and they wanted to welcome back into the club Chateau Corbin Michotte, who is now Grand Cru Classe. So we're very proud of that. Hats off to the Boidron family and Emmanuel for getting into this very, very prestigious circle of top-level producers. And we have our Ferret book on Bordeaux, and we can see that this was listed in the Ferret book, which is the 5th generation to write about Bordeaux. And it's a wonderful chateau. They are in an area called the Ancient Sand. And the Ancient Sand is what we call the gravel plateau. Who's the neighbors here? So actually Corbin was one time a large area just encompassed by one chateau. And then they broke off through years and years of marriage and family separation, and so there's quite a number of wines that have the name Corbin in it. So Corbin Michotte is the smaller of all the Corbins, and they are located right there, not too far away from some of the illustrious names in this area: Cheval Blanc, La Dominique, Figeac. These wines are all selling for $500 a bottle, $300 a bottle, if you can find some of those wines at that price level. Corbin Michotte nestles in at around $50 a bottle. So it's what we consider to be a great value. And now they're elevated to Grand Cru Classe. So don't tell Emmanuel that, because we're hoping he doesn't raise his prices. But at the same time, what we wanted to highlight is what we call value. And this wine is 65% Merlot, 30% Cabernet Franc, and the rest is Cabernet Sauvignon. Quite an interesting blend, but because of that ancient sand, it goes great for Cabernet Franc. It also goes great for Cabernet. So to put those two blends in there become really, really special wines. Again, this is the Grape Explorer talking about wine, talking about grapes, and talking about Grand Cru Classe.